Ceremonial puck drops going on now between Rivermen captain Alec Hageman along with Nate O'Brien for the Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs. Peoria's starting lineup is going to consist of a couple defenders who have spent time in the ECHL this season. Brandon Rumble is back there, along with the returning Jake Hamilton, wearing 21 in the red Rivermen sweaters. Hamilton comes back today after spending 8 games with the Kansas City Mavericks. He got his first ECHL point with them. Up front, Connor Haas, Ryan Kuzin, and Cody Dion, and Eric Levine, the starting goaltender. 21-4-4 record, a 2.08 goals against, and a .928 save percentage. Rail Yard Dawgs have Kyle Gonzalez and Nate O'Brien on their starting blue line. Matt Beer, CJ Stubbs, and Brant Sherwood will lead things up front to begin, along with Henry Dill. In goal, 6-6-3 is Dill. He's got a 2.79 goals against and a .917 save percentage. Head of officials is J.R. Strager yet again. He was here for Friday's game. Zane Stout took things over last night, but Strager is back. Our linesmen are Trevor Waite and Mitchell Hunt. Rivermen will begin this game skating right to left. The Rail Yard Dawgs will move left to right as we begin Sunday hockey in just a moment. Brant Sherwood, Connor Haas, they'll look at each other in the center ice dot. Here we go. Puck has dropped. The Rail Yard Dawgs win it, and we are underway. Road white with secondary blue and yellow coloring for the Rail Yard Dawgs. Rivermen in their home reds with navy blue on the shoulders. It's pushed into the Rivermen end by the Dawgs, who won the faceoff. Sherwood goes beneath the goal line at the near sideboards, and then slipping a pass up the stairs was Stubbs. Shot to Kyle Gonzalez. That one missed the net. Down the near side, Rumble has it on his backhand, and an arm is up. Our first stoppage comes by way of a penalty. Tripping spot against Rumble, 29 seconds in. The Rail Yard Dawgs get a power play. Not the way you want to start a game.
No, after 2 nights of plenty of penalties against the Rivermen, you're putting the penalty kill, with their backs against the wall here just 29 seconds in.
Not so much Friday, but last night the Rivermen did kill 4 for 5. They were busy when down a man. Roanoke brings with it the 5th-ranked power play, 17.9%. Rivermen at the top-ranked killing unit at 88.2. Rail Yard Dawgs have it in the attacking zone. Far side boards. It's Jeff Jones taking a crack at it on the half wall. He's held along by Drake Hunter, but it does peel out to O'Brien, who feeds Jones again. Atop the left circle. Staying on that side of the ice. Screen provided in front by Brady Hepner, one of the new players on Roanoke, one of those many college kids. But it is cleared down the ice by Mitch McPherson, and Dill will set up behind his net. So Rumble in the box for tripping, 18:45 to go in the first, and the Rail Yard Dawgs benefit with the game's first power play. They gallop up from the left side. It's a drop pass from Matt O'Day in center. Sherwood will swirl it in on the left boards, and it'll be cranked right back down the ice by way of Brandon McMartin. Dill has it. Hageman right on top of him behind the net, but Dill saw him, played it out the reach of the Rivermen captain. To center and beyond, just over the Rivermen line on the far side, but Nieminen and Frazier combined to chop it right back down the ice. Nothing for the Rail Yard Dawgs so far in this power play. They've got less than 40 seconds. Sherwood, left wing side, he crossed the Rivermen line. Plays it down in the corner. Ostroba comes together with him. Sherwood there along with Riccardi. And it's Sherwood going into the trapezoid, but called away by Nick Neville. He gets dumped down by Jordan Ernst. O'Day will play it to the left point. Held in the circle by Brant Sherwood, who's waiting. He'll drip to the goal line and then go back for Jones. Return to Sherwood in the left circle, waiting. Flicked back again. This time it's O'Day. 5 seconds in the power play. Roanoke cycling but not shooting. Riccardi held it along the blue line right at the center. Back down to O'Day. Far side boards. Out the box to Rumble. It's 5-on-5. Trying to tuck it away. In front was Marcus Ortiz to no avail. Rumble got out the box. He's holding it in neutral ice territory and then throws it in the Rivermen attacking zone. Play on the near side. Liam O'Sullivan, another new player for the Rail Yard Dawgs. A lot of college faces in both these lineups, with the ATOs playing into consideration now compared to when these teams met 3 weeks ago. Rivermen end Alec Hageman comes out right wing side. He'll gain the red line, fish it to McPherson, who bats it in deep. Behind the net of Dill, McPherson goes for it. Lost it to O'Sullivan. Gets a little bit of help there from Kyle Wagner, 25 in the white Rail Yard Dawgs jersey. Near side for Nenadal, right in front of his bench. He lost it. Nieminen dragged him out to the center ice logo, and he'll be played back in the Peoria zone. Frazier slowly leaking right in front of Levine, and he'll wait. 3.5 minutes into this game. Glad you could join us wherever you're listening or watching. SPHL Live and Mixler with Josh Redmond. I'm Andrew Mossbrooks for the Rail Yard Dawgs and Rivermen. Slapped into the Peoria end. Right side, it'll be found behind the net initially by Matt Beer, but then he fell to his stomach. Rumble helped him there. Beer will get it once more behind the net. Coming out to the left corner. Rumble knocked him down again. Stubbs, though, does pick it up. Played to the left point for a wrist shot by O'Brien. Levine will caress with the glove and hold on. 16:02 to go in the first, and that is registered as the game's first shot on goal.
Yep, first shot on goal, nearly 4 minutes in. As Matt Beer and Connor Hollis fall into a heap right in front of Eric Levine, who securely had that puck in his trapper glove. Both head coaches here making some changes in this stoppage.
Levine played Friday night against Birmingham, made 23 saves on 24 shots for the win. Benescroba, far side. Face-off one out by Regan Nagy. He's out there with Ernst and Hunter, all naturally wingers by trade, but they'll play it as such. It is guided back to center for Roanoke. Wagner played it down. Estroba got it. Neville will pick it up, left corner. Airmailed out to center, but guided first by the Rail Yard Dawgs. And Wagner will spill it in the Peoria zone once more. Heading off for a change. This gives Peoria the chance to break it out. And it's a stretch pass from Estroba on the right wing for Nagy in center. He sails it high and into the corner glass near side in the Roanoke zone. McPherson tangled up with a man in that corner, but it'll be played out on the near side wall. Ortiz looking to get it out. He can't clear. Bryce Martin with the assist. Right wing side, he chases through all three lines, and then Martin putting a soft shot on Levine that he will keep a hold of with 15:08 to go in the first. Now it's 2-0 Roanoke. Game still scoreless.
Roanoke spent an awful lot of time in the river end here this first roughly 5 minutes of action. Of course, 2 minutes of that was on a power play, and Rivermen kind of looking sluggish so far.
Roanoke made the travel to Central Illinois, or rather Peoria. They were already kind of in Central Illinois by being in Quad City, but they took that travel last night, so slept in the hotel here, and then drove into Carver Arena earlier this afternoon. Ortiz left wing side, played up for O'Day, and he looks to go right back downstairs for Brad Riccardi on the left wing, but he was stripped. Frazier can play it out to center for McPherson. Bench side, McPherson will toss it in, and then he is upended on a play by Marcus Ortiz. Ortiz and McPherson both to the bench. No pleasantries exchanged by either, though. I was waiting to see if something would continue there, but we carry on with the play on the ice. 14:32 to go in the first. They're now going to call offside as there was a board battle right in front of Roanoke, and at their bench, a Rail Yard Dawgs player must have played it over the line, so we will step aside for the moment. Shots 2-0 Rail Yard Dawgs, score 0-0. You're listening to Peoria Rivermen Hockey, presented by Paradise Hotel and Casino.
Attention Rivermen fans, Landmark Recreation Center has partnered with the Peoria Rivermen to make the Bullpen Sports Bar the official watch party host. The Bullpen Sports Bar will air live all of this season's away games. The Bullpen is a spacious and friendly facility that features large TV screens, an in-game sound system, private rooms, and a variety of bar and video gaming games. With our one-of-a-kind features, food and drink specials, we ensure the best sports bar atmosphere in town. The Bullpen Sports Bar and Grill is located inside Landmark Recreation Center, 3225 North Drees Lane, Peoria, Illinois. Like us on Facebook. View our food menus, specials, and upcoming events at landmarkrec.com. From us here at the Bullpen, we would like to say, go Rivermen!
14.5 minutes to play in the opening period. Faceoff was right in front of the Rail Yard Dawgs bench. Rivermen won it. They forced it ahead in the attacking zone. Still in search of their first shot. Hamilton corrals on the left point, and he'll just divert around the perimeter. Armstrong, the captain for Roanoke, peels it out near side, and he'll be forced back to the center ice line. CJ Stubbs cross ice. He is checked hard by Cody Dion, and then Stubbs took a shove at Hageman, who was already on the bench. They give him a glare off. Hamilton, all the meanwhile, plays it back to center as it was forced into Peoria's end. Look for a continuation on that. Over 6 minutes in the game. Rivermen still in search of their first shot. Rail Yard Dawgs have two in a scoreless game so far. Ostroba right in front of his net. Oh, he turned it over. He left the puck behind him. Net was empty for a moment as Levine was getting back from behind the net. And it was grabbed by Brady Hepner. He just could not get a clean piece of it. It's forced deep into the Rivermen zone once more. Far side wall, Nick Neville up the glass and down the ice out the reach of Hunter. It will not go for an icing. O'Day's got to play it. Hunter checks him along the glass behind the cage and then brought out for Regan Nagy in front of the Rail Yard Dawgs bench. He's checked there, and there was a whistle stopping play.
And I think Jordan Ertz sending a little voice telegram to the Roanoke bench as he skated by.
We already mentioned it. Now we're going closer to 7 minutes without a shot on goal. Maybe that physical play from Roanoke can spark the Rivermen to get up for this game. It's hard to do, game 3 in as many days, but like we said, the Rail Yard Dawgs are the ones who had to travel while the Rivermen were sleeping in their own beds. Near side, Alec Hageman skates in. He's going to cut to his backhand, peeling to the left point for McPherson, who struggled to control it at first, but eventually played it down. It is swung on to Connor Hutchins. Wore 21 last night. Now he's got number 2 on. Jake Hamilton has his 21 back. Rivermen do have their first shot on goal. Looked like Hageman took it. Frazier gets one that knuckles off the left arm of Dill. Rebound kick to Frazier on the right side, and it'll be played beneath the goal line. So it took a little over 7 minutes, but Peoria has a shot. It's tossed 200 feet down the other way, landing in on Levine, and he will cover up. So no icing and an ozone draw forthcoming for Roanoke.
Marcus Ortiz flying down there to try and catch that puck as he tipped it in right before the blue line to avoid any fear of an icing call, and right in on Eric Levine. Eric Levine stops it, covers it up as Ortiz kicked in the turbo boosters in hopes of catching up to that puck.
12:27 to go in the first, 0-0. Sherwood and Haas will take each other in the dot. And it's won by Connor Haas, played vertically back to Hamilton, who will clear it from his end into the Rail Yard Dawgs bench right in front of us. Faceoff will stay back in the Peoria end. Sixth and final meeting between the Rail Yard Dawgs and Rivermen this season, at least for the regular season. And so far, Peoria owns the edge in that category, 4-1. First time they've played each other in Carver Arena since back on December the 28th. Alec Hageman had a 4-point game and a hat trick to help a 5-2 victory go the way of the Rivermen. Faceoff won by Stubbs, played back to Travis Armstrong, whose shot went wide at the center of the blue line. Armstrong kept it along the far side wall, but it's yanked out by Haas. Freed across to Kuzin. Left side, he drops it off for Hamilton over the line. Shot may have been tipped by Haas. Still got a piece of it either way. And it's Brant Sherwood going the other side, but he wipes out coming in between Hamilton and Rumble. Back in the Rivermen end, Hamilton far side. In front of the red line, but he gives it to Connor Haas. No worry of icing. Haas will knife it around the backstop of Henry Dill. Armstrong plays it up. Diagonal pass, it finds Jones on the right side, and then Zach Nieminen will chop it back to center. Guided first by Wagner for the Rail Yard Dawgs. It's played back for Gonzalez and now forwarded along off a linesman skate. And it'll be played by Wagner across left side of the Rivermen line for a shot. It got tipped wide. Puck is found on the right point. Hepner plays it down low. Behind the net, watch out, Jeff Jones is there. Rivermen do a good job of making it 2-1 on the man ratio. They took it away from Jones. Nieminen and Neville combined, but Jones got it back behind the net. He holds it in the trapezoid, stolen once more. Zach Nieminen gathers to Ernst. Diagonal pass in center. It's tipped off the stick of Nagy. He'll go in deep to chase for it. Now Nieminen behind the net. Played in front, in the slot. Dill had no idea where he was. But he's able to hold on somehow. A save he wasn't aware of, but McPherson, just like that on the second shot for the Rivermen, making the third shot, almost scored, but we stay scoreless with 10:52 left.
Zach Nieminen taking a bit of a wide turn as he picked that puck up and backhanded the pass out to McPherson. I think had Nieminen not making that wide of a turn, he could have just popped that puck in the back of the net.
McMartin on the near side got the face-off from Hageman, who in the deep slot fired one. That one may have connected with Dill, but then it went back into the end glass and was fished down the ice. Hutchins' first two, it played dangerously in front of Hageman. They had a miscommunication, but lived to tell about it. Brought back to center. And there's a turnover going against Netidal for Roanoke. Left wing, McPherson brought it in, steers it across for Hageman in the attacking zone, and he wanted to return to McPherson, but Mitch was headed to the bench, and as Haas stepped on, he had to cross the blue line, and he did so offside. 10:20 left in the first. Shots now 4-2 for the Rivermen, but it is still 0-0.
Peoria kind of picking things up here since about the 15-minute mark. They've launched 4 shots on goal in that time span.
That third game, you're always going to see some weird stretches where two teams, one is feeling good, the other isn't. Then you've got moments, usually it's the second, where both teams are in a funk, just striving to get any sort of momentum. Rumble gathered it from at the blue line, dumped it in the attacking end. Roanoke first to it at Sherwood from the left wing of his zone. Played out to Armstrong, who crosses on the left side of the Rivermen end and puts a shot on that Levine will grab and hang on to. 10:01 left in the first.
Jake Hamilton, the guy we talked about just coming back from ECHL Kansas City, he's gobbling up some minutes here in the early going.
Hamilton returned from the Kansas City Mavericks. Now, the only recent call-up that has yet to come back is Alec Bear, who is with the Newfoundland Growlers in the ECHL. Mentioned Hamilton got his first ECHL point. Alec Bear went up to the Growlers and got a goal earlier this season. Face-off from the Rivermen end is one out. Brought ahead by Ernst, who made a toe drag toward Dill, but he lost the puck. Armstrong may have clipped it to keep it from going cleanly back to Ernst. Back in center for Matt Beer. Left wing side, he lost it. Ernst deep in his end. Played to Hamilton and forced along for Rumble. They still continue to swerve around in their own zone. And now Rumble brings it out. Then drops it at his own blue line for Hamilton. Missed him, but it also missed the stick of Hepner. That's the second time in this game Brady Hepner could have got a puck and led the other way, but just failed to grab it. Now Hepner bats it in the air in the attacking zone, but Hutchins stole. Hageman will give it along to Ostroba. They're battling along the center of the logo, and now another offside call goes against the Rivermen. With 9:07 left in the first, it's time for another media timeout. Still 0-0. You're listening to Rivermen Hockey, presented by Paradise Hotel and Casino.
The law firm of Goldfine & Bowles is a proud sponsor of Peoria Rivermen. If you've been hurt in an accident or at work, let Goldfine & Bowles put our experience to work for you. Give us a call at 309-673-5144 or visit our website at goldfineandbowles.com. We've been helping accident victims and injured workers in Central Illinois for over 40 years. At Goldfine & Bowles, it's our experience that helps you win.
And he'll carry the puck up at the right wing boards out of his own zone and get crushed into the boards by Alec Hageman. Man, that has got to hurt. He's going to need to see Dr. Kaufman or Dr. Hendricks at Kaufman Wellness Center, where they provide chiropractic care, physical therapy, and ideal protein weight loss. Rivermen fans, call Dr. Kaufman today in Peoria at 309-670-2800 or in Germantown Hills at 309-383-2772 to schedule your appointment today.
.850 left in the first period. Roanoke will ice a puck, and it's coming back deep in their end. Still 0-0 between the Rivermen and Rail Yard Dawgs here on a Sunday afternoon. The final Sunday home game for Peoria. Their last Sunday game overall comes a week from today in Fayetteville.
Yeah, Rivermen going out, as we talked about last night at the conclusion of our game. That's going to be a big 3-game series out there in Fayetteville.
Indeed it is. In their own end off this icing draw, it's won by Roanoke. Near side, Stubbs pokes it free. He'll find Gonzalez, who played it ahead on the left side for Kyle Wagner. Defenseman chips it in and goes off at the end of a shift. Neville, 25 in the opposite colors, moved along in front of the Peoria bench for Kuzin, who had it rupture off his stick, and it's Riccardi's puck. Flown out to the right line, kept along by Dion. He'll feed it down low for Haas, who goes backpedaling for a pass that Kuzin gets. Shot is blocked. Kuzin plays it back to Rumble, though, on the right point. His shot tipped wide of the net. Behind Dill. Now in the left wing attacking area for the Rivermen, but it's played out by Roanoke. Ortiz steps across the Rivermen line with speed and dropped it off to O'Day. Things will slow down now, but it's chopped in front of Levine's crease, wide of the net. Sherwood, who's twirling in the right corner boards away from the forecheck of McMartin. Then he gets pushed down on the help from Cody Dion. Rivermen trying to use size to their advantage here. Connor Haas will chase a puck down in the Rail Yard Dawgs end, but it is found first by Bryce Martin. And he'll wait a little bit behind the net of Dill. Goes out right wing side. It's played to Stubbs and then off his stick immediately to Beer. Right side, he takes a shot. Blocker saved by Levine. Rebound kick to the right side. Nieminen brings it to center. He'll slip it behind the net of Dill. Dumping in from outside the blue line. Rail Yard Dawgs with it. Now it's Sherwood. Carves his way through center and gets to Armstrong, who crossed the line. The defenseman who's the captain for Roanoke has the puck at the left point. Goes across. Liam O'Sullivan has some room. He'll take the shot through traffic. Found by Beer. Levine made the save. Hamilton from the right corner flicks off the glass. Held along the line, though, by Sullivan. And again, it's Roanoke putting some pressure on. Less than 7 minutes to go in the first. Game still scoreless. Sherwood has his stick tangled up with Regan Nagy. McPherson helps him out, and Mitch McPherson comes ahead and into the attacking zone. He'll pump the brakes at the near side half boards. Play it around the wall for Hutchins, and then behind the net, Hageman swung back to the left point. Ostroba has it, returned downstairs for Hageman. Riverman captain along the perimeter, trying to come unglued for a shot that is blocked in front. The stick of Sherwood got in the way of it. And now, while Roanoke makes some changes, it's brought in all alone by Brady Hepner. He'll just divert around the wall. Roanoke's got their new bodies out, though, and a pass into the slot that Levine fights off. Gonzalez coming in, getting a good quality shot there. And he tipped a shot that was coming from O'Brien. Eric Levine making a couple of nifty saves in the early going. Still 0-0 with less than 6 to play in the first. Rivermen bring it the other side. Hunter sends the puck to a vacant part of the ice. Frazier eventually gets it. He'll give it to Hageman. Left circle, wrist shot, rebound, found by Frazier, but it was pushed into the corner with the help of a couple Rail Yard Dawgs. Kuzin then steals behind the net. Played into the early slot, the low slot rather, for Frazier. He couldn't convert. McMartin has it right point. Well, after Roanoke was getting their chances, now it's the Rivermen cycling the puck. Connor Haas left corner. Pressed along by Nate O'Brien. Shots 5 apiece, 5:20 to go in the opening period. And the puck will be sent down the Peoria side of the ice. Not for an icing, though. Rumble's trying to settle it, and he does, bringing it to center ice where Cody Dion will just slap it in and head off. New line is out. Nieminen with Nagy and Ernst. They have to wait for Roanoke to play it ahead, and as they bring it to center, it's stolen by Regan Nagy, who played it right back in the zone, and now it's on Roanoke sticks. Through the red line at center, Riccardi swung it in. Levine gets it. He'll wrist one around the near side glass, but found first by the Rail Yard Dawgs. Martin took a shot. It was fought off. Back behind the net. Austin Doe. Scratch yesterday. Scored a goal in his game on Friday against Quad City. Doe in the left corner. Regan Nagy pinning it up along the wall. Fans begin to hit the glass. They want to see the puck get moved. It's Riccardi and Sherwood out there too. That puck still staying there. Sherwood with Doe and Nagy, and Nieminen will help out, sending it all the way down on Dill, but nobody there except Liam O'Sullivan. So he'll park himself behind the net of Dill. Roanoke can begin a breakout. 4 minutes to go in the first. Game in search of its first goal. Moved along, Matt Beer with a shot. That one blockered off Levine. He'll go out of play, and we'll go to our final media timeout of this frame. Shots are 6-5 in favor of the Rail Yard Dawgs, but still no score. 3:53 to go. You're listening to Rivermen Hockey, presented by Paradise Hotel and Casino.
Church 214 is a proud supporter of our Rivermen and the greater Peoria area. We believe that great things are happening in the central Illinois area, and we are living in exciting times. If you're looking for a church home, we invite you to join us at 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings. We meet at Monarch Music Hall, 8102 North University Street in Peoria. Come just as you are. The best is yet to come, Peoria. Go Rivermen.
Potbelly Sandwich Shop, located in the Levy District of East Peoria, is proud to support our neighborhood by sponsoring your Peoria Rivermen. Stop by your local Potbelly Sandwich Shop to experience our friendly people and live music while enjoying toasty warm sandwiches, fresh made-to-order salads, hand-dipped shakes, and cookies baked fresh daily. Also, keep us in mind for all of your catering needs. We would love the opportunity to serve you. Good vibes, great sandwiches, Potbelly. Go Rivermen!
3:53 to go in the first. Rail Yard Dawgs win a face-off in the attacking zone. Right circle, Jones got the puck back, took a shot, it was blocked. 0-0 between Roanoke and Peoria. Armstrong plays it back, and then Hepner gets it, forwarded along to Wagner right in front of Levine. His shot may have been blocked off Nieminen. Skroba was there too, so either way, a player other than Levine made the save. Armstrong down low, and it goes right back into the slot. Wagner almost got it. Armstrong will now hover out to the right point as he's trying to control the puck and eventually lost control and went out to center. But it's played right back in. Here come the Rail Yard Dawgs. Wagner with a shot. Doe picks it up. Backhand in front. Levine sprawled down between Jones and O'Sullivan. Neither could get it. Puck is winged from behind the net to the right side of the ice. Still in the attacking zone, though, for Roanoke. Doe has it. He carried it to the half boards and then pressed it right back down low for Brad Riccardi. He's sitting behind the net of Levine. Creeps out to the right side and played to the point for Armstrong. Slashed back down. Doe carries it out. Left side of the goal line. Skroba tangled him up. And now the Rivermen defenseman can flutter it out to center. About 2.5 minutes to go in the opening period. Each team has exchanged some opportunities of sustained zone time, but no goals. Sherwood crosses the line. He'll have to chase it on the left side. Then Ernst hammers in to Brant Sherwood. They're going to call that a penalty, slashing. And it, I believe, is going against the Rivermen. Alec Hageman is being escorted to the box, but he's continuing to look back and have some words for Roanoke, who will get its second power play of the afternoon.
Yeah, Rivermen perfect 1-0 so far on the power play, or 1-for-1 on the power play. I'm sorry, they
1-for-1 on the penalty kill.
Or penalty kill. Good grief! I'll get
it's
it
a
right.
3-3.
Yeah, I'll get it right one of these times. Killing off that first Brandon Remmel penalty just 29 seconds in.
Alec Hageman leads Peoria in penalty minutes. He's up to 114 this year. He was edged for a while by Skylar Smutek, but Smutek continues to be on IR only for one more game, which is this one. And then when he comes back and is off IR, he will have to serve a one-game suspension as a result of actions that happened on a Sunday 3 weeks ago against Evansville. This Sunday doesn't seem quite as eventful as that one so far. So Roanoke with a late power play in the period. McPherson gathers it in his defensive slot and fires it down the ice on the kill. Hageman in the box for slashing. 2 minutes to go in the first of a 0-0 game. Riccardi sliding across the right wing. He gets into the circle, played to the slot, and O'Day had a soft shot, didn't get all of it, and Levine holds on with his glove.
Yeah, you were mentioning Skylar Smutek going to be coming in off the IR. Had a little opportunity after last night's game to talk to him. Said he's feeling pretty good and he's ready to rock and roll. And I made a crack. I said, well, you're 2-0 behind the bench. Do you think maybe they'll just say, hey, we just want you behind the bench? And he goes, not going to happen.
Not going to happen. Robin Hoagland and Jordan Carvalho continue to be nursing some minor injuries, so they stay off IR, but out the lineup. Johan Hoagland and Liam Sturtzinger also healthy scratches for the Rivermen. Roanoke continues this power play. They've got about 1:20 left on it. Levine taking some shoves to a man in front of him. Brady Hepner is parked in front of the line. There's a pass across for Wagner. Levine doesn't like the screen provided by the young kid Hepner. Puck played to the left side. Ernst will get it out and on the kill. He goes to the bench after sending it down the ice. And Regan Nagy with a streak of speed down the right wing. He plays it into the corner. 3 Rail Yard Dogs have to come in to help get it away. They'll set up behind their net. 55 seconds left in the Hageman Minor. Roanoke, its second power play of the afternoon, trying to get the game's first goal. It's Wagner through the logo at center. Played along to Jones, right side. He gets over the line, but is contested instantly. Ostrobo holds it along, but Hepner drug it out, took a shot, a hit off the outside of the net, and then Armstrong couldn't keep it as the puck was rimming around. Back to center we go, and half a minute left on the power play for the Rail Yard Dogs. Armstrong is going to leak behind his own team's net. 20 seconds left in the power play for Roanoke. 35 seconds to play in our opening frame of action here today. Brant Sherwood carries it through center. Diagonally found his way in through the left side. Nieminen will poke it right back out with 5 seconds left on the man advantage. Armstrong crosses, gives to Sherwood, right circle. He'll go across, and there's a shot. It whistles wide of the net. Power play is over. Hageman back out. Puck stays in the attacking zone, and they score. What a deflection in front, Marcus Ortiz.
Yeah, Marcus Ortiz stick was in the right place at the right time, and that puck that appeared as though it was ticketed to go a little bit wide, but Ortiz deflected in past the foot of Eric Levine, and Roanoke skates with a 1-0 lead.
12.4 seconds to go in the period. It won't go as a power play goal. Ortiz, his 14th of the season, coming off that right point shot from Travis Armstrong. You indicated it. That's exactly why I complimented the tip. It was going wide of the net, and Ortiz, right place, right time, right stick. Rail Yard Dogs up 1-0 in the dying seconds of this opening period as O'Sullivan goes to play it behind his net. Armstrong will hold it on the far side corner. The horn will sound. And that period, I think, tough for both teams and multiple stages throughout the frame. But ultimately, it's Roanoke skating away with the slight edge. 8 shots for the Rail Yard Dogs, 5 for the Rivermen. And Henry Dill fought off all 5 he faced. Eric Levine beat on the final shot he saw. Ortiz tips it in for the 1-0 lead. The Rail Yard Dogs and Rivermen back on the ice here at Carver Arena. Let's quickly talk about the NHL out-of-town scores. Only 1 game final. Hurricanes get a 6-2 win on the road in Pittsburgh. The Penguins have started to struggle a little, but they're still third in their division. And Patrick Marleau gets his first goal as a member of the Pittsburgh Penguins after being traded to Pittsburgh from the San Jose Sharks. A couple of other games. How about the Blues and Blackhawks? That's up later on tonight on NBCSN. Flames are hosting the Golden Knights. Red Wings just about to get underway as they will host the visiting Tampa Bay Lightning. Minnesota at Anaheim, Columbus at Vancouver, and the San Jose Sharks, who we already mentioned, are going to be in action late tonight out west. They're at home at SAP Center against the Colorado Avalanche.
NHL, things are getting dicey too. Yeah,
they are.
Everybody's starting to look at playoff pictures. And
every league's talking about it. And other sports too, and want to make a quick congratulations on air. Looks like Bradley University is headed to March Madness.
Oh, yeah, I meant to look at that there in the intermission and didn't see, so I'm going to take a quick peek here before they drop this puck. Hang on 1 minute, linesman. Yep, an 80-66 win for the Bradley Braves, so if I just spoiled that for you, I do apologize. However, that's what we do in this business.
That's right. We ruin things. We just love to ruin things. We're underway here in period 2. The Rail Yard Dogs will skate right to left. It's the far change for both teams, and it's back in the Rivermen end. Peoria will skate left to right in a game they're down 1-0. Kept in by Nate O'Brien at the left point. He's calling for a pass back after he played it down to Sherwood. Over on the right side, it's played along deep by Gonzalez. Found by C.J. Stubbs at the half boards on the right wing and forced out to center. First to it is O'Brien. Nate O'Brien has one spinning in the air, may have collided with a stick in center and was guided down in the attacking zone once more for the Rail Yard Dawgs. Brant Sherwood, he's pushed down by Hageman, going down on the near sideboards. Rumble stole it, then behind the net. His pocket was picked by Stubbs, got it back, flung it to the left side. Sherwood stripped him of it, and it's played back to Armstrong. Left point intentionally shot wide. It'll carry him off the end glass, and there's another minor spotted. But Dill and Levine, neither of them left their area, so not sure what team it's on. And well, it looks like Jordan Ernst and the Rivermen again. Third power play coming up today for Roanoke, and the Rivermen are still empty-handed on their special teams.
And Jordan Ernst's going to get the gate for slashing here, 19:01. So the Rivermen waited 30 seconds here in the second period. It was a 29-second wait. We're at 59 seconds for the second period here, so they gave about 30 extra seconds before they went to their first penalty kill of the period.
And remember, 29 seconds into the first, they were down a man when Rumble went off for tripping.
Yep.
Back-to-back starts that would favor Roanoke in periods here. Question is, will they convert? 0 for 2 on the power play, though their lone goal came seconds after Hageman jumped out of the box. Wagner cuts through center ice, gets to the left side on the wing, attacking zone, but Neville steals, played out to center. Here is Connor Hutchins, and it's a delayed penalty against Roanoke. They held a man up at the line. Regan Nagy was brought down, and the Rivermen will be brought back to even strength, albeit it'll go 4-on-4.
And CJ Stubbs gonna get whistled for holding there as he slowed Nick Neville just a hair too much for the liking of referee J.R. Strager, and we're gonna skate 4-on-4 here, as Andrew said. Minute and 25, we're gonna have about a 35-second power play when this concludes.
Face off to Dill's right. It is won by Haas, but immediately gathered on the far wing for Bryce Martin. Defender plays it up the wall, held in by Hamilton. He'll go to the right point for Rumble. Winds and fires, shot, falling down, as was a player on top of Dill. That puck stayed loose. Haas fell near Dill, but he was pushed into it. And the whistle sounds either way. Still 1-0 Rail Yard Dawgs with 8:13 left in the second.
That Connor Haas upended there, fell on the back of Henry Dill. Henry Dill did an about face to see what had just happened, and all Roanoke players vacated the area, and it was like, we didn't see anything.
They never do. Whenever you think you may be guilty, you really aren't. Rumble back on a draw win, pulled out by Hutchins. It was given to Rumble and then forced back down beneath the goal line. Hageman chasing near corner. Play back for Rumble, return to the Rivermen captain, and boomerang toward Rumble, but this time it's stole by Josh Nenadal. For the Rail Yard Dawgs, he feeds it along to Matt O'Day, steps into the high slot, shot, missed the net of Levine, and then it kicked back on him. They have caught the outside of the net on the far side. Hageman reintroduces it to center ice, and then drops it as soon as he crossed the Rivermen line, but it's played back to center. 4-on-4 hockey will continue for about half a minute, and then the Rivermen will be granted a brief power play of about 35 seconds. Frazier will just sit behind Levine's net. He breaks it out on the right side, missed a pass to Neville, so it's stolen. Armstrong gave it along, and Armstrong will get it back as it was tipped off the stick of Austin Doe. He just couldn't corral and eventually got enough of it to play back to Armstrong. But here it goes to center once more. Kuzin for Frazier, right side. Dill makes the save. Frazier finds it in the left corner. And it's back to a power play opportunity for the Rivermen because Jordan Ernst steps out the box. Neville will have to get it, though. Roanoke cleared it all the way down right away. It's a brief power play for Peoria. 20 seconds. Neville across the line, attacking zone, right half wall. Spun around to the left side. Ernst will go in for it, found, and get off to Kuzin. Back to Rumble, center of the blue line. He takes a wrist shot through traffic. It tipped wide. Dion got in front, and he's providing the screen. 5 seconds in the power play. Neville collects a pass, right wing circle. He'll look back across, get to Ernst. Wrist shot from the left point, and that one is blocked. Kuzin still fed it in front from behind the net. Neville to it, 5-on-5 hockey. Rivermen still in the attacking zone. Dion, right wing, played up to the point for Rumble. Across, right side Neville. Takes a shot, that one missed. Nieminen behind the net, and Dion again. Now on the left side, looks for Brandon Rumble, and he gets him. He'll return down to the big forward in Rivermen sweaters. It's Rumble with a slap shot. This one connects with Dill. He makes the save. Rebound kicks out. Hunter in the left corner. It's spun to the right side, and it almost looks like a continuation of a power play. This is what we were talking about in the first. Teams getting chances. Rivermen, another one. Dill was down on his stomach. The puck stayed out. Nieminen collects, and he scores. A left circle laser for Zach Nieminen. His 14th goal of the season makes it a 1-1 game, 15:36 to go in the middle period.
Zach Nieminen circling from behind the net, picking that puck up below the goal line, circling out through the circle. A nifty move there. Pops one up over Henry Dillon. We've got ourselves a new hockey game.
And Henry Dill's going to get himself a new hockey stick. His must have broke, so a new one given. I think he was arguing that maybe it was perhaps slashed out of his hand. But we will start this game over again. Zach Nieminen gets the early second period goal after Roanoke scored late in the first. Then Escroba looks like he's going to get a helper. We'll see if another one is coming. And Brandon Rumble. Escroba with a point, Rumble with a point, his first in 14 games. The Rivermen to tie things at 1. Through center, Connor Haas brings it in over the right wing. They'll pump the brakes, give back to the point. Escroba holding to his backhand, he cuts in the slot. Shot denied by Dill.
What a move by Big Ben across the slot there.
He had 5 shots on goal in last night's game. Wasn't rewarded, but he does get an assist to start here. Puck is pushed back into the attacking end for Peoria. Hageman to it, far corner, stolen by O'Day, who flung it up the left wing side and played out to center. Austin Doe walks across the Rivermen line from the left wing. Swirled along the yellow trim of the wall. Hutchins to it, and behind the net, McMartin. He'll step out right side looking, but contested by Armstrong. They're still battling. Regan Nagy in there to try and help. McMartin couldn't get it. Rumble will, though. And it's played to Hageman. Left point his end, so he'll diagonally send it down the ice. This should go for icing. 14:20 to go in the second. We'll get immediate timeout. Zach Nieminen has himself a goal, and it's his third of the weekend. Rivermen are back in this. It's a 1-1 hockey game with 14:20 to go in the second. Don't go away. You're listening to Rivermen Hockey, presented by Paradise Hotel and Casino. Get ready to place your bets. Watch and wager on the best of the best in horse racing for the Breeders' Cup Championship, the Showtime Deb, and Sun Power Stakes held on November 1st and 2nd. Join in on all the action with over 60 flat-screen TVs and newly remodeled Vegas-style wagering. Club Hawthorne off-track betting now open in Peoria in Bullpen Bar and Grill at the Landmark Rec Center, and Normal location at 1304 Cross Creek Drive. For more information, visit HawthorneRacecourt.com. Join in all the action today. $14:20 to go in the second period. Zach Nieminen has recently tied this game 1-1. There's a face-off in the Rivermen zone to Levine's glove side. It's the far circle from our broadcast booth. Alec Hageman wins the draw. It was actually Hutchins who won it, played toward Hageman, and another slashing call. This time it should go against Roanoke. Brady Hepner pleads his case, that's Josh Nenadal. That is arguing that he is not guilty, but the verdict already in. 14:12 to go in the second. Rivermen will get their first full power play, or so we suspect.
Had Josh Nenadal going off for slashing there. Probably ill-advised penalty by head coach Dan Bremner as it was behind the play. We're going to skate 5-on-4 here. We'll see what they can do.
Team had 2 power play goals on 5 tries last night. Peoria with the 4th-ranked power play, 18.9% efficient. Roanoke, 6th-ranked kill at 82%. And off the face-off, the Rail Yard Dawgs push it back to center. So Rivermen will break out from their end. Starts with Brandon Rumble. He's looking up dead center of the ice. Cuts a little right, then swings it back to Nieminen in the Peoria end. Played along right side for Haas, crossed the line, onside, and it's pelted into the corner. Right wing, Haas fed up that same side point for Rumble. Across, it's up top on the left for Regan Nagy, and a couple of touch passes find Nieminen in the right circle with it. Zach Nieminen stuck to the perimeter. Jeff Jones looking to steal but can't. Haas will help out to Nagy, and now Rumble. Back, Regan Nagy with a one-timer. That puck bouncing, and then Dill is taken down. Well, we said it would be their first power play, or so we think. And what do you know? There's goaltender interference. The Rivermen's man advantage ends 49 seconds in.
And Mitch McPherson getting spotted there with a goaltender interference call, as you had said. Alec Hageman playing lawyer down there, arguing the case. Judge, jury, and executioner J.R. Strager says, sorry, not going to work today.
And Coach Trudell is irate. He's trying to yell over, and he'll get the attention of J.R. Strager. Players huddle around their coach, who is quite argumentative of this. Mitch McPherson is in the box. I think the argument that Trudell is going to make is Mitch McPherson's doing his job to provide that screen in front on the power play, and if Dill initiates contact, then it shouldn't be goaltender interference. We're not getting a replay in here to really give a judgment on second thought.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was watching Zach Nieminen see if he was going to create any more magic with the puck. He did not, because, well, that play got whistled dead as Nieminen was shuffling the puck down below the goal line.
So 4-on-4, second time in this game we'll see 4-on-4. It's came in this period twice now with 13:23 left in the middle frame. 1-1 is the score. Rivermen are going to be credited 0 for 2 on the power play. It's a shame because they had 49 seconds on one and 35 on the other.
Yeah, Rivermen currently out shooting Roanoke 3-0 here in the first, knocking on 7 minutes of this middle period.
8 shots aside, 4-on-4. Face-off in the attacking zone is won by Roanoke. It is the Rail Yard Dawgs attacking zone. Right point shot by Gonzalez. That one punched into the corner by Levine. Left side, it's O'Brien skating in with Ostroba sealing him away on the corner. Austin Doe is trying to free his stick as well, but it'll be Ostroba giving to Hageman, and he'll play it to center. The puck dribbles a little bit. Ernst will find it, but then he collides with a man right in front of Dill. Dill does not receive any contact there, and the puck will be played behind him, glued along the wall, but freed first by O'Brien, and now it is on the tape of Brant Sherwood. Cutting through the Rivermen logo at center ice, Sherwood twirls in, but the Rivermen steal it there. Neville up the wall, 4-on-4 hockey for another 20 seconds. It's being fought for in front of the Peoria bench. Neville gets it, played back for Hamilton, far wing. He cuts across the attacking zone. Rich shot, Dill makes the save, and he holds on. Josh, one thing I've noticed throughout this game, Henry Dill's got credit for 8 saves on 9 shots, but there's been a lot of pucks that have fallen off of him, and he's struggled a little bit with the rebounds.
Yeah, Henry Dill, you hit the nail on the head there. He is struggling. He's not kicking rebounds off into the corners like you normally see a goaltender try and do. He's leaving a lot out front. Case in point, the shot there just left out front. Paul Fraziot was crashing. Luckily for Henry Dill, he had a defender that was able to push Fraziot out of the path of that puck that was just fluttering right out in front of him, and Henry Dill was able to fall on it and secure it and freeze the puck for the faceoff.
Dill's last win came January 30th. He's played 7 games since. And right off the faceoff, the puck is won by Roanoke, but it goes right in on Dill. And this time he will hold on. Dill did appear in the game against Peoria back on February 22nd in Roanoke and at Berglund Center. Dill made 32 saves on 34 shots in the losing effort.
Little change of pace for him here as we only have 9 shots on goal through almost 30 minutes of action.
Change of pace for the Rivermen. They had 10 shots on goal in the first 7 minutes of last night's game.
Yeah.
They have 1 less than that, and they've played 28 minutes. Out the box for Roanoke jumps Nenadal. It's a power play beginning for the Rail Yard Dawgs. About 40 seconds. They break out their own end. Starts with Wagner on the left side. He cuts through center, gets by Rumble, but not by Regan Nagy, who seems to have his minutes increasing as this game goes on. Played back behind Dill. O'Day will set up shop and try to distribute on a breakout, but instead he'll just bring it up himself. Through the blue line, the red line, the Rivermen blue line. O'Day coming in with speed. He took the shot. Levine had to fight off a dangerous bid, and there's a delayed penalty going against Peoria again. This time it's cross-checking. 11:34 to go in the second. It'll only be 12 seconds, but it will be a 5-on-3 advantage for Roanoke. Rail Yard Dawgs are benefiting the opposite end of what they had last night. They had to kill off 6 penalties against Quad City. This might be their 5th or 6th power play of the game already.
Yeah, Roanoke, as they sit right now, 0 for 4, pitting the outcome of the power play that they're on. And then when the Brandon Rumble penalty takes effect, it will be their 5th power play of the night.
Here's a shot, 5-on-3. Stubbs on the one-timer, fought off by Levine. Rivermen have, by way of Zach Niemen, in a clear down the ice. So no 5-on-3 goal coming, but there will be a minute 45 of power play time in favor of the Rail Yard Dawgs. The score is 1-1. Goals by Ortiz for Roanoke, Niemen for Peoria, and 11:10 to go in the middle frame. Stubbs brings it across left side. He's in the corner, slotted up for O'Brien. It missed his stick. Loose puck down the ice. McPherson will chase. Still's going to get there to it first. He played it up the right wing side. And as McPherson touches the puck, there's a tripping minor. He'll slap it back down. The Rivermen are going to get their 6th penalty to have to work with killing.
Ben Ostroba stating his claim, and it's falling on deaf ears as well. And all of a sudden, we have a house full of referees that paid admission here tonight. Ostroba going to go off for tripping there. A minute 23, 5-on-3 for the Rail Yard Dawgs.
That's the second opportunity. They'll get 5-on-3. They didn't have nearly as much time as they will get right here. The Rivermen ran into some penalty trouble when they were down in Roanoke. And early on, that's the case right now. 10:57 to go in period number 2. It's a 1-1 game. And the Rail Yard Dawgs on their 6th power play already. Face off to Levine's right. It's on his blocker side. Jeff Jones will have to take it. He's going to go against McPherson, it looks like. Jones and McPherson sticks down, won by Jones. A winger by trade, but he gets the draw win there. Wagner across, and at the point, setting up his Sherwood. He'll go to the right side. Minute 12 of 5-on-3 power play time for Roanoke. Sherwood has it, takes a one-timer. He doesn't get all of it. He'll get it back on a pass from Jones. Left side down in the circle to Jones. He'll go across right ring. Wagner the shot, rebound out, they score. And it's the former Riverman Jeff Jones who continues to be a thorn in their side. His team leading 17th goal of the season comes on a 5-on-3 power play, and it's 2-1 Roanoke. That's just a big rebound. You can't do anything about it. All that net in front. There's bodies crashing on Levine.
Yep, and you said it, Jeff Jones, a thorn in the side of this Peoria River ever since he got picked up by Roanoke, and scoring goal after goal, Jeff Jones does when he plays the Rivermen.
He exceeds his point total from a season ago, his first year with Roanoke. Rivermen are still killing a penalty. Be mindful of that. A minute 25 left on now a 5-on-4. Ben Ostroba will continue to sit in the box. Roanoke from their side of the ice, bring it up. And on the left wing, Sherwood kicks it down low. Brad Riccardi is there, stolen by Rumble. He'll go up the near sideboards. Nagy wanted to help get it out, but could not. And now it's a penalty against Roanoke. Nagy was helped down. They're going to say he was held down. Brant Sherwood will skate to the box. He doesn't like it. We're going back to 4-on-4 again. A whistle-heavy second period.
You can hear that penalty being whistled against Roanoke, much to the delight of the fans in here at Carver Arena. Might have heard a couple snide comments come in from people yelling them, but we're going to skate 4-on-4 now for a minute and 7 seconds, giving the Rivermen a 53-second power play when Ben Escroba is freed.
Third time we're getting 4-on-4 in this game with just about 10 minutes to go in the second period. 2-1 lead for the Rail Yard Dawgs now. And it's back into the Peoria zone after an O-zone draw for the Rivermen was forced out by the Rail Yard Dawgs. Rivermen will start from their end. Brandon McMartin drops it off for Rumble. He skates ahead in front of Eric Levine. Brings it out to center, peeling right and then wristing one around the trim of the wall. Found in the Roanoke end, but as O'Day got it, Nieminen swiped it out and brings it to McMartin. 4-on-4, he'll wind for a slap shot, stick broken too. Here's Riccardi. He's going to have to deal with a stickless Brandon McMartin, and it's a 2-on-1 for Roanoke. Riccardi to Ortiz, comes in right circle, shot. He didn't pass across, and Levine will deny Marcus Ortiz. 9:17 to go in the second. Rail Yard Dawgs up 2-1 on a power play goal by Jeff Jones. We skate 4-on-4 when we come back. You're listening to Rivermen Hockey, presented by Paradise Hotel and Casino.
When this is a waterfall in nature, there's no cause for concern. But when it's the sound of water pouring through your living room ceiling because a pipe burst inside your wall, you need to call ServPro of Peoria at 309-346-5600. Only the cleanup specialist at ServPro of Peoria can help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. So call 309-346-5600 when water threatens your home or business. ServPro, fire and water, cleanup and restoration, independently owned and operated.
4-on-4 hockey continues with 9:17 to go in the second period. 2-1 Rail Yard Dawgs lead. They've got a power play goal in this game. And we've got 21 seconds of 4-on-4 before we get a 50-plus second man advantage for the Rivermen. Peoria wins a draw in their end. Nick Neville will bring it up and give right side for Hageman. Cross ice in the neutral zone. He finds Ryan Kuzin, who will go atop the right ring for Jordan Ernst. Across for Kuzin, who's inside the left circle. Played back to Neville at the point. Ostroba jumps out. Power play begins. They'll have 50 seconds. Kuzin left side for Ernst atop the blue line. Twirls around the Health Alliance logo, then peels left, going across for Hageman, who had some room, but the pass wasn't clean. Right point for Neville. Forced across for Ernst, who takes the shot. Dill makes the save. Jordan Ernst had 2 goals last night. They both came on the power play. Dion chops it toward the 21-goal forward, Ernst. Hageman now atop the right circle. Going across, that one booted off Kuzin. In and out of the skates, and it's cleared down the ice as Martin connected with it. Roanoke making changes, though. They're caught. Kuzin walked it over. Hageman may have been over by a hair at best. That's called offside.
That was a very, very close play as Alec Hageman got whistled by offsides. And
Roanoke rolled the dice there. You've got the long race to the bench. They went to change, and the Rivermen almost had a 2-on-0 between Kuzin and Hageman.
Yeah, and Rivermen head coach John Trudell giving the linesman over here, the near side linesman of the Rivermen bench, an earful on that one.
Neutral zone dot, one out by Roanoke. Armstrong will peel it around the boards. Rivermen go back to chase. Their power play will subside. Third man advantage for the Rivermen today, none of which have lasted even a minute. Regan Nagy played backward toward McMartin. Near side boards in his end. Forced toward Rumble, who lost it in his own slot, and CJ Stubbs fires one high above the net. Stubbs will get it again. Played into the slot. He has it himself. Right side shot. That one connects onto Levine, and he'll hang tight with it. 7:42 to go in the second. Shots favor the Rail Yard Dawgs 14-10, and they lead at 2-1.
CJ Stubbs with a couple golden opportunities there. One off a turnover, one off a takeaway for Stubbs. Could not put either one behind Eric Levine. Score stays 2-1 as we are back to 5-on-5 for the time being.
Are you smarter than a Riverman? 6 divided by 2, so 2 times 3.
Levine will take the face off to his left. It's on the glove side. Connor Hutchins will go against Brad Riccardi in the dot. We get another pause here. We'll let it go. Thought there would be a face-off violation, but both guys go, and Hutchins wins the draw. Down the ice, it stretches to find Alec Hageman. Left side, he's over the line, waiting, getting Ostroba, who was behind the play, inserting himself. It goes back by the cage. Hamilton gets it, right point. Armstrong swiped it away from him, and Armstrong will leak into his zone before playing it ahead. Tipped off Wagner, no icing. Rivermen will chase as it's returned to five-a-side hockey with just about 7 minutes left in this middle frame. Jake Hamilton in his first game back since February 9th has the puck. He plays it back for Ostroba. Forced ahead in front of the Rail Yard Dawgs bench for Frazier, who's now playing as a forward. Ostroba and Hamilton on the back end, Frazier up front. Connor Hutchins walked it across the line right side. Hageman will look to chase for him, but Gonzalez stole, and then it's knifed back to center by Roanoke. Hamilton finding it far side in his own end. He'll creep behind the net of Levine before swinging it up the right wing. Found first by Jeff Jones, and then he and Ernst came together. Ernst falling back first. And it'll just be pressed along the far corner glass in the Rivermen end. Puck is staying still, but it's booted out by Roanoke, and a goal line drive from Jeff Jones. Levine had to be aware for that one. He keeps it out. We'll stop with 6:27 to go in the middle frame.
Jeff Jones getting rid of that shot in a hurry from the goal line. Now Cody Dion and J.R. Strager having a conversation, very brief conversation. Well, I thought Cody Dion was going to turn and skate away. However, he proved me wrong.
Jeff Jones had 2 goals in the 5-1 win over Peoria back on February 21st. 4 game winning goals this season. That was his most recent one, but Jones with 16 points in his last 16 games. He's a dangerous player. Was talked about in our pregame open here at the in-house feed for Carver Arena. Back to center. Played along by O'Day and steered into the Rivermen end. Nobody there, so Neville will give it chase. He'll play it behind the boards, and now for McMartin. Up the near side wall for Dion, and staying on that side is McPherson. Attacking zone, he crossed the line. Fed on a horizontal pass looking for Neville, but it was out of his reach. Forced to center, and then swiped back in the Roanoke end. McMartin will give it chase behind the net. He finds a puck that somehow makes contact with Dill and stays out with 5:51 to go in the second period of this 2-1 Dawgs lead.
Brandon McMartin just kind of backhanded one right into the hip of Henry Dill there. If that would have went in the net, that's what you consider it to be a good bounce right there, especially from the positioning that Brandon McMartin had. However, Henry Dill felt that hit his hip and secured it with that glove.
Second-year pro is Dill. 2 years of his collegiate career were spent at Division I UMass Amherst. Rumble playing it for Ryan Kuzin as the puck was forced back to center. Kuzin will replay to Rumble. Leaking back on the near side of his own end and dished up to Haas, who fed along toward Jake Hamilton on the far side of the ice. It's played in the Rivermen attacking zone. No icing. Roanoke wanted it. They don't get it. And as it comes right back to center, Kuzin's got to wait. Delayed offside. Hageman was getting back into the play. He's got it now at his own blue line. Backpedaling is Jake Hamilton, who gets the puck. Far side in his own zone. Hamilton stunner steps. Vertical pass up that right wing wall. Finds Kuzin at center. And then gliding along with it is Connor Haas. He'll go to the right wing side attacking zone. Haas using his backhand to rim around the back of the net. And then he'll go the other way. Chopped at by a Rail Yard Dawg defender. It was Hepner. Given along for O'Day. Left wing side, they bring it out to center where Wagner can carry it across the Rivermen line. He'll get a pass for Ortiz just atop the right circle. Shot missed the net. It's collected now by Drake Hunter. Left wing side out to center. Stretch pass finds Nieminen. He comes over right side. Drop to Hunter. Drop to Ostroba, and a couple of quick passes almost resulted in a scoring chance. Hunter's got it once more behind the net. Played into the slot. Jones stole it. Jeff Jones walks ahead for Roanoke. Through all 3 lines, he'll peel right for a shot. That's coming off the stick of Sherwood on the pass by Jones. Another try on Armstrong. Levine 2 for 2 on those save sequences. As we tick down to about 4 minutes to go in the second period of a 2-1 Roanoke lead. Zach Nieminen came over the blue line, softly steered one on Dill, and Henry Dill hangs on. We go to another break. 2-1 Rail Yard Dawgs on the Rivermen Radio Network, presented by Paradise Hotel and Casino.
The first time you hit the ball, when you beat your personal best, or that feeling of finally crossing the finish line. Some moments in life are pretty amazing, and so are you. We're here to cheer you on, to coach you forward, to help you do your best so you can achieve any dream or goal. We believe you're worth celebrating. You're what we care about most and why we do what we do. Because people are amazing, and we're here to help keep them that way. Unity Point Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
If winning hockey is your passion, then the Rivermen are in fashion. If sweet wines to you are fly, then reggae wines you must try. Reggae wines, island-inspired, locally made, sweet, fruity, fun wine.
.59 to go in the second period. Rail Yard Dawgs lead 2-1. Face-off coming back down in front of Henry Dill to his glove side. And at the near circle, it is Hutchins opposed by Sherwood. Hutchins won it back. Right point, Rumble is checked down to the ice by Beer. Gets right back up. They'll play along the half boards with a joust. It's one out by Sherwood. He gives it on back toward O'Sullivan and played in front of the Rivermen bench for Armstrong in center ice. They cross the line, though, offside. I think Armstrong was just trying to dump it in, but Matt Beer may have had him beat a couple steps ahead of that line, and so we'll get the face-off in front of Roanoke's bench.
Is it just me, or is anybody else curious about the lineage of Matt Beer's last name? You know, that unique last name. I don't know that I've ever met anybody with the last name Beer that makes you wonder where it came from.
The spelling you think of, too.
Yeah.
No silent E at the end or anything like that. To answer your question, I guess yes, now that I'm asking. Armstrong at his own blue line. He'll bring it to the right side and glide one across. It missed the stick of a couple bodies, and then Dion absolutely nailing the Roanoke captain, who didn't like that. But Dion happy to give a member of his former team a seat to the ice. 3:17 left. There is a whistle. And again, a face-off forthcoming in front of Dan Bremner's Rail Yard Dawgs.
That was a huge hit by Cody Dion along the near side if you're watching on an SPHL New Line. The far side if you're listening at home, right between the penalty benches. Cody Dion just laying one to Travis Armstrong.
16 shots to 12 in favor of Roanoke. Levine making 14 saves thus far. Dill is 11 for 12. That faceoff was won out by Roanoke, but Hageman pulled it away. Given along to Haas, who steps in right side. Lost the puck as he was bringing it in, so it's swiped away from him by Kyle Wagner. Wagner looking up the goal line. He'll get out right side. Here's Jeff Jones with speed. He darts down the wing. Fed to Gonzalez, who's coming in deep behind the net of Levine. Ostroba stole, flares one up the glass near side, and it's Alec Hageman with it in center. Played along, it missed a couple bodies, and will just go behind the net of Roanoke. And are they saying an icing?
I think he blew it off sides. Okay,
Really?
Maybe not.
Well, they could say it's an intentional offside.
could.
I don't think it was, and if they're calling it an icing, I didn't think it was an icing. I thought Hageman was in front of the line.
Yeah, it might have been an intentional offsides error. Well, no, because Alec Hageman has come back out.
So they called it an icing.
Yeah.
Sherwood will take the draw against Haas. Face off to Levine's blocker side. Circle down to our left. 2:44 to go in the second. Rail Yard Dawgs up 2-1. Haas wins the draw. It's played to the line, held in by C.J. Stubbs. Left side, he takes a shot. That one was blocked on friendly fire by Matt Beer, who is a little roughed up. Rivermen bring it right over the blue line. Stubbs is immediately there. Crosses on the right side, but a slow Beer back to the bench will go offside. Beer was hit on the back of his leg by that wrist shot coming from Stubbs.
It was screaming through there, and Beer immediately crumpled to the ice, and Zach Nieminen was tangled up with him, and Nieminen went down with him. And then Beer, as you were saying, Andrew, was having a labor to get off the ice, and unfortunately an offsides there for Roanoke. And
so the Rivermen win a face-off in neutral territory. Rumble swings one to the left for Nieminen, who crossed the line, and all of a sudden Roanoke is making that zone entry, those zone entries for the Rivermen, a little more difficult, if you notice, as times went on here. There's been less time spent in the attacking zone. McPherson in front of his own bench, sandwiched between Riccardi and Doe, but it is forced back into the Rivermen end, and Rumble has it first. Diagonal stretch pass in center to Hunter. Tapped on and off his stick. Wagner will push back into the Rivermen end. Sinking behind the net of Levine is Rumble. Minute 45 to go in the second. 2-1 Rail Yard Dawgs lead. Hamilton got a pass from Rumble, and then it's tipped into the attacking zone for the Rivermen, but Dill will get on top of it before anybody can get to him. Don't forget, follow the Rivermen with you everywhere you go on our various social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Peoria Rivermen, and our Twitter handle is at Peoria_Rivermen. Face-off will come to Dill's right. Hutchins opposed by Wagner. Hutchins won the draw, played back for Hageman, now right point. Neville with a wrist shot. That one caught a piece of Dion's body and went wide. Hageman collects atop the blue line. Into the deep slot. That is a hard wrist shot, and you can feel it on the end boards. It missed the net just by a little. McMartin going back to chase, and he'll pump the brakes in his own end. Fed across for Neville, looking vertically on the near side for Hageman, and given along to Hutchins, who forced it in deep behind the net. First to it is O'Brien. Excuse me, that's O'Sullivan. Nate O'Brien, Liam O'Sullivan. Two defenders out here for Roanoke. Under a minute to go in the period. Shot in front. Hutchins may have another. And this time he couldn't. He got one in tight last night and almost converted on a similar play here. But the puck bounces off the end boards, and that one nearly gathered by Hageman and into the net. Rivermen getting chances in the dying moment of this second. 35 to play. 2-1 Rail Yard Dawgs. Armstrong brings it ahead and sends it deep. So Roanoke avoiding some trouble here late. Period is not over yet. There was a heavy hit behind the cage. Nagy lost it, and then Sherwood stole and atop the left circle fired onto Levine, who squeezes it dead. 21.4 ticks to go in the second.
That last sequence right down in front of Henry Dill with Connor Hutchins and Alec Hageman, both men missing on golden opportunities to tie this game back at 2 aside, and a little puck luck playing down there for Henry Dill.
Sherwood's going to take another draw. They'll be opposed by Nieminen on the near side dot. Attacking zone for Roanoke. They got a goal with 12 seconds to go in last period. Rivermen would love to return the favor. They'll start by feeding it out to center, but Roanoke finds it immediately. Sherwood near side in front of his bench. Played back, but it's Rumble getting it. 7 seconds to go in the period. Peoria will send it deep for an icing, and those thoughts of a late goal going the way of the home team probably not going to happen here.
Yeah, that puck traveling down the length of the ice for icing, and going to get a face off to the left of Eric Levine. To Eric Levine's left, I should say.
Nieminen will go up against Wagner, and it's won by Nieminen. Escobar gathers behind the net of Levine for the horn. Each team scored a goal in this period. Zach Nieminen started things by tying the game from the 1-0 deficit Peoria entered the frame with, but another goal for Roanoke by way of 5-on-3. Jeff Jones, the former Riverman from 2 seasons ago, has the Rail Yard Dawgs up by 1 through 40 minutes of play. Through 40 minutes here, Eric Levine so far 15 saves on 17 shots. Henry Dill has fought off 12 of 13 bids from the Rivermen. They scored to tie that game in the second at the 4:24 mark. Zach Nieminen, a goal assisted by Ben Escobar and Brandon Rumble. That knotted the game at 1 apiece, but then at the 9:31 mark, 5-on-3 opportunity. Jeff Jones doesn't miss a wide open net. He comes in tight just on the outside of the low left circle, and he's able to find it through Eric Levine, and that is where we stand for now. Rivermen will skate right to left in this final period of regulation while the Dogs move left to right. Peoria with 4 points on its weekend so far. The Rail Yard Dawgs have scooped up 3 out of a possible 4. They're looking to make it 5 of 6. Both clubs playing their final game of a 3-3. Rivermen are down to just 10 games in the regular season once this game concludes. Sherwood will take on Ernst at the center ice dot. Jordan Ernst playing some draws. Puck has dropped. Sherwood wins it, and we're underway here in the third period. Rail Yard Dawgs up 2-1 to start. Pulled away by Roanoke. They bring it out to the left side in front of their bench, but it's spilt toward Henry Dill back in the Rail Yard Dawgs' end. Going down on his back, falling, was Matt Beer. Held along at the right point, though. Rumble kept it, lost it, and it's Beer who's back on his skates and gloving it down in center, carrying it over the left side of the Rivermen line himself. Beer will actually cut in and quickly break right in front of the blue paint for Levine. Nobody available for Roanoke. CJ Stubbs was in nearby territory but could not find the puck. He's there now on the right wing attacking zone, but Rivermen have possession and they'll try to fish it out of their end. Ryan Kuzin near side boards, played out to center but found first by O'Sullivan, who pelts one in on Levine from outside the blue line. That'll count as a shot on goal. Eric Levine fought it off. Kuzin skating ahead, left wing side, he crossed the line. In the near corner attacking zone, he and Hageman now leak behind the net. It's played up to the right point for Neville. Across, banked off the boards. Escroba chops it back deep. Hageman is there to try and collect. Roanoke can attempt their keep-away game here tonight. We'll see how that goes. Neville from the right point, glancing one away from the glove of Dill behind the net. It's Ben Escroba picking it up now. He goes behind the cage, played out right side. Neville will swat at it along with Nenadal, and it's Nenadal who gets the better edge of the puck. Back to center we go. Escroba lifts it over the line. Connor Hossel chase in. Left wing corner for Escroba at the half boards. 18-15 to go in regulation. Rivermen down 2-1 on a puck that is pushed out to center as McMartin was trying to twirl and hold possession. He failed to do so. So Rumble stays back in his end. Collapsing to the house, and now Rumble will go to McMartin. Left side breaking out in front of the benches. McMartin lost it. Nenadol will steal. Josh Nenadol over the right side. Shot, rebound, Levine sliding to punch it with his stick into the far side of the boards. Good for him because Nenadol was chasing his rebound and had a quality chance coming. Puck back to the red line in center. It's nudged along for McMartin, who gives to Brandon Rumble, looking up from his end and forced along for the stick of Paul Frazier, but rolling away. O'Day plays it back to centers, and it's Hutchins' puck. Right wing side. He swirls it back behind the net of Dill. Sherwood is there first for Roanoke. Right wing side out to center. Here comes Matt Beer. He swings it in on the left. Into the far corner, attacking end for the Rail Yard Dawgs. Behind the net, I think Roanoke thought they had the puck. It looked like Stubbs was looking around, but it was Brandon Rumble who collected and gave it along for Drake Hunter. Forced in deep. Hunter will chase in the right corner boards. Zach Niemen in there to attempt to help, but it'll be booted down the Rivermen ice once more. Both teams trying to find their rhythm here. The Rail Yard Dawgs haven't spent much time in the attacking zone, and while the Rivermen have in this third period, they're not necessarily getting shots on goal. 16:40 left in regulation. Back in the O-zone for Peoria. Cody Dion gets a pass from Hageman, slipped it in front, and Nieminen was there on the door front. Unable to find it, though. It's back behind the net. Brandon Rumble coming in, but this one will be skied to center. Doe cleared it out. Wagner trying to get it in the high slot. He does. Attacking chance, and his shot blocked a little by Escroba, and then it just rolls toward Levine. He'll choose to hold on with 16-12 left in the third. It's still 2-1 Roanoke.
Then Skroba going onto the Rivermen bench there. I think he might have got hit in the throat area as he's kind of holding his neck down there and kind of taking some deep breaths.
Yeah, it might have been more of a high chest thing. That may have been where he blocked that opportunity by Wagner. Roanoke win the attacking zone face-off, but it is pushed out to center ice by Nick Neville, who's tangled a little bit with Riccardi behind the play. They'll subside. Nick Neville isn't one to usually partake in those festivities, if you will. Left side attacking zone, Regan Nagy is chasing for the Rivermen, but it's Armstrong in the defensive end for the Rail Yard Dawgs. He plays it to Ortiz, center of the ice. Brought in right wing now from O'Sullivan on a pass by Ortiz. His shot missed the net. Marcus Ortiz behind the cage to scoop it up. Given to the left point for Armstrong. Effort punched away into the corner glass by Levine. And then Nick Neville will send a pop fly that is outside the reach of Matt O'Day. He has to leak back behind the net of Dill. Holds it now. Right wing side, it's C.J. Stubbs. Coming across the Rivermen line, a one-timer lined up there from Stubbs to Beer in the high slot. It was blocked. Nieminen skates the other way with it. He blocked the shot. Now he'll force it in deep. Caraming around the perimeter. Hageman in search of it. Stubbs found it instead. Given along to Beer, left side. Beer cuts to his backhand in the attacking zone. Hamilton right on top of him, and he'll bring him down to the ice. And then just look over top of him as Rivermen continue play. Frazier yanking it to center. But as soon as he does, the Rivermen have to chase that puck, and it seems like Roanoke's getting to it first each time. Peoria will give another try. McMartin from his own line. He actually has to wait a little with the forecheck of Hepner coming in. They give to Frazier. Right wing, Frazier crossed the line. Twirling and swirling it down low. Hutchins to it in the left corner. Again, using his backhand to shuffle it lower. Haas finding it. On the near side, it's for McMartin. Left point try. It's 5-hole away by Dill. Poked back to McMartin and out of his reach. This puck will sizzle down toward Levine. No icing coming up. 14 minutes to go in the third. Benescroba gallops forward. Rivermen down 2-1 in this game. Forced ahead, Nate O'Brien will come around looking for Gonzalez. It skips over his tape, but Ortiz can take it ahead. Right wing side will go across. Gonzalez found it, but they say offside, and we will get a stoppage in play. 13:45 to go in the third. Rail Yard Dawgs still up 2-1. Don't go away. More Rivermen hockey presented by Paradise Hotel and Casino when we come back.
Put your trust in Menold.
For over 40 years, Menold Construction and Restoration has been providing excellent commercial remodels, residential remodels, and complete disaster restoration services. Our number one business, though, is taking care of you, our customer. And that's why we have won National Customer Service Awards 11 years running. Price, great service, and a 5-year warranty. Thank you for entrusting your property to us.
Menold makes it better.
13:45 to go in the third period. Fans, don't forget, after every Rivermen home game, you can catch the Final Horn postgame show on the Journal Star Sports Facebook page, hosted by myself and or Rivermen beat writer Dave Aminian. Again, that's after every Rivermen home game, including today, exclusively on Facebook. 13:45 to go in the third. Rivermen up, or Rivermen down, rather, 2-1 in this game. Rail Yard Dawgs are 9-0-1 when leading after 2 periods. The Rivermen numbers when trailing after 2, 4-6-2. It's honestly not that bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
You're getting points in half the games you're down after 40 minutes. You'll take that. If you're most teams. Hamilton rims it up the near side in his end, but it was stolen by Ortiz and force-fed along to the point. O'Sullivan wasn't ready for it, so it pops to center. And now Liam O'Sullivan back, given across to Rail Yard Dawgs captain Travis Armstrong, and then he fed it toward Riccardi, who missed. On the forecheck is Ryan Kuzin. He's going to force a turnover, gets it behind the net of Dill, and will wait, parking himself back and giving along to Neville. Return to Kuzin underneath the goal line. He slides one in front of Dill, or at least attempted to, before the Rail Yard Dawgs sealed it away. Now Armstrong skating out. Travis Armstrong, man on an island. His players are changing as he looks back and realizes that. He's just going to try and swing it back to center where they are, but it's Cousin with the active stick instead. He'll flub it in the Roanoke end. Going behind the net of Dill to chase is Connor Haas. He wipes out, however. And it'll be played instead now by Matt O'Day with goals in back-to-back games. O'Day comes in left side, shot fought off by Levine and popped to the safety netting. 12:36 to go in the third, still 2-1 Roanoke.
Eric Levine lunging that shoulder up, getting a piece of that puck and catapulting it up into that protective netting, like you said there, Andrew. Shots on goal so far in this period. Roanoke with 2, Peoria with 1, with just a little north of 8 minutes gone in the period.
Face off to Levine's blocker. Hutchins and Sherwood will take it. It's on the far circle. Sherwood and Hutchins have it, and Hutchins will win it for the Rivermen. Over to winger Frazier. Paul Frazier, a defenseman by trade, at least in his pro career. He's actually spent the bulk of his life as a forward, so this isn't exactly an unusual situation for Paul Frazier. Now brought over the line. Stubbs will steer it toward Levine, who made a dangerous play trying to bid it out into the right corner with Hepner right there. But it works out for the Rivermen netminder in search of his 50th SPHL win. His team needs to rally for him right now, down with 12 minutes to go in a 2-1 game. Pushed back into the Rail Yard Dawgs end. Far side for Gonzalez. He softly lays one toward Hepner, and then Cody Dion forcing Gonzalez to the ice with a check at the Rail Yard Dawgs blue line. The Roanoke maintains Gonzalez to his skates. At the red line, he'll try to shove it in deep, but it goes the other way. Hageman left circle. That's a shot. Dill can't find it. Puck stays loose. Dion on the doorstep of the left goal line, and the puck will stay out of the net. That's what we talked about in the second period, Josh. A shot that looks like Dill will be able to trap the rebound of. He fails to, and the Rivermen nearly tie it.
Yeah, and Cody Dion, Alec Hageman racing in there. Cody Dion just behind Hageman. Hageman takes a nice hard shot right there, and Cody Dion trying to stuff it back, and then a little bit of mayhem ensues in front when all things are said and done. Referee blows the whistle. The puck is in the net. However, I think it was not propelled in there by the Rivermen, so nothing going there. We're going to get a face-off in front of Dill.
Rivermen win it. Haas is still tangled up, though, so Riccardi actually gets it after, but Cousin stole from Riccardi, and then Cousin's pocket is picked. Back and forth exchange. Josh Nenadol walks it across the Rivermen line on the other side of the ice. It's carried along to the right point. O'Sullivan is wrecked by Haas. Liam O'Sullivan forced down. He gets back up. Puck remains behind the net of Eric Levine all the meanwhile. Connor Haas, not the biggest player, but showing some heart there and a little bit of tenacity. Rivermen could need that right now. Chase for the loose puck. Now it's Haas steered away from it by Nenadol behind the net of Henry Dill. Roanoke trying to clear. Armstrong will do so. He's having to deal with Paul Frazier on his high horse, and finally Armstrong will just give way, but Hamilton clears that with no deflection. Now Hageman's saying it was. Hageman's trying to argue it was. I didn't know. I can't tell. Well, I don't know if they're going to make a discussion here. I think they're calling him for it, though. Yeah, they are. I thought it was delay a game, to be honest. Hageman said it wasn't.
I couldn't tell if it glanced off the stick of Matt Beer as it was heading up or not. And Jake Hamilton going to sit for 2 here. First penalty, first any kind of anything here in the second period.
So with 10:42 to go in the third, Jake Hamilton will go to the box. The Rivermen on their 7th penalty kill this afternoon, which is now scrolled into the early evening of a beautiful Sunday in Peoria. The sun will feel a little warmer if the Rivermen get a win in this game, though. And they're trying to avoid going down by 2 for the first time. McMartin slips it all the way down the ice. That helps the cause. So Hamilton in the box, delay of game. Roanoke to its 7th power play. They're 1 for 6 thus far with 10:15 to go. Jones, who got that power play goal, leaks it through center. And he collects again left side after just dribbling it into the Rivermen zone. No sticks could get there until he did, and then Nagy stole from him and sent it down the ice. Regan Nagy in on the forecheck. O'Brien blew a tire for a moment. Nagy almost had that opportunity. He's looked good on the penalty kill here today. Walked over the line, left side, Matt Beer. He'll give it on the right point for O'Day. And then hovering for a drop, Riccardi inside the left circle. That shot flaring just high of the net. Minute left on the Rail Yard Dawgs power play. Riccardi gets it once more in the left circle. Waits, hovers it into the slot. Levine using his stick to chop it away, and McPherson will help clear as far as the neutral zone. Rivermen want to complete a change. They'll get one or two new bodies out before Sherwood can bring it back in the zone. Hutchins, one of those new bodies, had it, lost it. It's Sherwood. Back in the left point. Shot in front by Ortiz, blocked away. 30 seconds left on the power play. Roanoke has it on the far wall. Now Ortiz at the point. Staying on that same side. Ortiz trying to creep in the slot as he fed the pass over to Sherwood. Looking to return the pass with Sherwood, but it tipped off McPherson, sticking down the ice. 15 seconds left. This will be the last rush up the surface for Roanoke on the power play. They may instead just decide to leave it. And they're going to. Armstrong will just now begin coming out of his zone with 4 seconds on the man advantage. Going left for Beer. Doe is crashing the net. It's going to go on the other side. Oh, that shot may have flipped a piece of Levine's stick. On the effort from Josh Nenadol, and he knocks Rumble down. Rumble loses his helmet. He seems to be okay, though, as he'll skate to the bench. His helmet's actually backwards on him. 8:20 to go in regulation. 2-1 Rail Yard Dawgs up. They fail to score on the power play. Perhaps this Rivermen penalty kill can inject some life. Fans are waiting to get to their feet. McMartin brings it over the center ice line. Now it's Nieminen getting it in the attacking zone, right point. Twirling down low, no option available. Here comes Roanoke the other side, right wing for Stubbs. Laid in front, and Beer lost his stick as it was held along. He crashes into the net of Eric Levine. No penalties coming. Jake Hamilton goes the other way, and through all three lines, Hamilton in over the left side looking for an in-front feed to Kuzin. Couldn't get it. It's back upstairs for Nick Neville, whose shot is blocked. Haas gets it now in the right circle, and his shot is muted aside as well. Rivermen go back in their end to get it. And they play it to the line. Kuzin lost it. Here comes Marcus Ortiz bursting down the left wing. In the circle for a shot. It snaps off Levine's padding. Played to the near boards. McPherson will battle a little. 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go in regulation. Still 2-1 Rail Yard Dawgs lead. O'Day kept it onside the left point. And the more time that puck stays in the Rivermen end, the less chance of a comeback in this game. Neville parks himself behind Levine. Looks up as he surveys options. And he'll hand to Connor Haas on the far wall. Haas gliding through the neutral zone. Comes in, into the right circle, now the goal line. Wrapping around the net. Goes left point for Rumble. Henry Dill keeping an eye on it, and then Rumble returned it to Haas. Shot was blocked, popped into the air. Far side, Frazier rattles it around. It's Connor Hutchins catching up to it. He scored about this time last night to give the Rivermen a lead, but he lost it. It's a 3-on-2 for Roanoke, although a pass out the reach of a winger gives way toward McMartin, who can collect. That pass was coming from Stubbs toward Brady Hepner. It's not going to happen, and now we'll get a slashing call. And it looks like it may be going against Hepner. Something happened in the neutral zone, and the Rivermen are going to get a power play with 6:19 to go. We will tell you about it when we come back. Chance to tie this game with the score 2-1. Don't go away. You're listening to Rivermen Hockey, presented by Paradise Hotel and Casino.
Some people try to fix everything themselves.
Dad, I can't get the mower started.
Let me show you how to do this, son.
Do I still have to cut the grass?
Which may not always be the best approach.
What you doing, Dad?
Here, bud. Hold this wrench, will you?
Wow.
When you've got drain problems, it's time to call the Roto-Rooter professionals. Roto-Rooter technicians arrive on time, give you an accurate cost estimate up front, and they do the job right the first time. Guaranteed. So the next time you have a stopped-up drain...
Is Mom gonna be mad?
Just keep mopping.
Call 1-800-GET-ROTO.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
6:19 to go in regulation. The Rivermen get an attacking zone face-off in front of Dill. And it's one back to the left point for Ernst. He'll give it along. Remember, this is a power play now. Brady Hepner to the box. Neville has it at the center of the blue line. Chance to tie it. Rich shot is blocked. And it goes down the ice. Josh, I believe you had the penalty signal, right?
Yes, it was slashing.
Slashing minor called against Hepner. Rivermen to the power play. Their fourth opportunity of the game, perhaps their first opportunity to get a full 2 minutes of man advantage time. Hageman on the far wall for Neville. Return to the Rivermen captain. Back to Neville, who wears a letter. And atop the left circle, Ernst with a shot. Oh, a hammer of a slap shot. That one rockets in and out the glove of Dill. Rebound is found by Hageman, and it'll be pushed out to center. Heck of a chance. Ernst almost tied this. Rivermen still in their own zone, waiting for an option. They've got 55 seconds on this power play. 5:10 to go in the third period. Roanoke still leads 2-1. And the Rivermen getting a little too complacent. Fans will start to groan as Nagy pumps his way through center. He gets up to the left wing, finally runs out of time in front of the Roanoke bench. Gonzalez has the opportunity to clear, and he does. And Levine will come out of his net, leaving it for Rumble. 30 seconds on the power play. Brandon Rumble drops it in his end for Nieminen. Across Nagy, finds it over the left wing line. Regan Nagy then blows a tire on his own, on his stomach to try and play it back to the point, and it'll be right back down the ice. Rivermen were cycling to start this power play when they won that face-off. They've had nothing to show for it since, and there's less than 10 seconds on this power play opportunity. Man advantage is over, but Hageman races over the right wing line. He lost the puck. Frejo trying to help repossess behind the net, and he did, but then Sherwood stole it, goes up the wall and out the reach of Hamilton. This should go for an icing, and it will. 4:04 left in the third period. We are going to take another media timeout. Rivermen don't score on that power play. They're running out of time in a 2-1 deficit. More Rivermen hockey presented by Paradise Hotel and Casino when we come back.
Great munching is in the bag with Kitchen Cooked snacks. Kitchen Cooked keep you crunching all day and all week long. Once you try them, you'll be hooked. And those other chips, well, they just won't do. Kitchen Cooked. Try our chips.
Looking for high-quality printing solutions at an affordable price? Quick Copy has you covered. Quick Copy's business solutions provide the right services to meet your company's printing and business document needs. Quick Copy's fast turnaround time allows your business to keep pace while delivering the exceptional quality and service you deserve. Quick Copy can serve businesses of any size and is an official printing partner of the Peoria Rivermen. From full-color solutions to brochures, mailings, newsletters, banners, and posters, Quick Copy has your needs covered. Contact Jim Wallace at 309-688-2155 for more information on how Quick Copy can help your business.
4:04 to go in the third period. Rivermen get an attacking zone face-off that's won by Zach Nieminen on the left side. Cody Dion and Hageman out there. Gets to the point for Hamilton. Remember, we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Rivermen unsuccessful on their power play opportunity. They lose the puck in attacking zone. Armstrong wings it ahead. And on the left side, Austin Doe skates across the Rivermen line before he is upended. Jake Hamilton possessed now in center. Hamilton's first game back with the Rivermen in a month. Pelts it at the end glass. Armstrong to it, racing up the right wing, but McMartin steals. Rich shot through traffic, finds the padding of Dill, forced to the right corner boards, and then from there, neutral ice territory. Rivermen have to chase it in their own end. Hamilton will play it backward for McMartin. 100-foot pass toward McPherson in center. They say it tipped, no icing, as it was put in deep on the Roanoke side. Gonzalez trying to find it through Haas, but Connor Haas will keep it along to Neville, right point. Return to Haas, and now in the left circle, Estroba wheeling a backhander from just the inside of that circle, and then the puck bounces over top the net in front of Dill. And it will stay out of the net with less than 3 minutes to go in this game. Rivermen still down 2-1. Nick Neville is looking up from his zone. He'll give it to Jordan Ertz, who turns and burns, looking to get through center ice. He's shoved off the puck. Haas will help him out, force it in deep. Dill goes behind his net. And it's played along to C.J. Stubbs, near side. Flickered through the air. This one bouncing down. Will it go for icing? No. Beer able to beat out Rumble, who crunches him into the corner. Beer is down in a heap. Brandon Rumble with a forceful check. Frazier will go up the far wing. Rivermen bring it ahead. Now McMartin the shot. Dill steers it away. Frazier on the wraparound looks to tuck it through, and he can't. Puck back down the center. Take a look at Eric Levine. He'll start looking for an option. Rumble goes behind his net. We're down to 2 minutes in this game. Levine taking a look at Coach Trudell, and as the Rivermen skate up the ice, so too does their goaltender. 6-on-5 for Peoria. Armstrong sends it up, and a bad timing. Nenadal gets it. He'll go over the blue line. Backhander toward the net. Kuzin blocked it. Empty net for Peoria. They're down 2-1 with 100 seconds left. And Neville skating right ahead of that line. Slowly drifting towards center for Hageman. It's peeled into the Rail Yard Dawgs zone. O'Sullivan with it. He has a little bit of a gaff on his own end, falling on a clear. So it's held along by Kuzin. Back for Neville and Kuzin. One-touch pass between the two. Minute 20 in the game. Kuzin in the right circle. Rich shot, he scores! Net, and Ryan Kuzin looks like he's done it before. Second goal with the Rivermen. 6-on-5, and Peoria knocks this game up at 2 with 1:16 left.
What a release. We talked about that Friday night with Ryan Kuzin. That quick release, he does it in the circle. We got ourselves a tie game here, 2-2 with 1:16 to go in regulation. I believe we've got a timeout.
And it's the Rivermen calling this timeout. Down by a goal, Jean-Guy Trudel elects to bring Eric Levine out for that extra attacker, and it worked. Nieminen and Neville credited with assists for Kuzin's second goal as a pro. It's the final game of his ATO, and it's going to be a hard decision for Coach Trudell to let this guy go.
I'm going to agree with you on that. He's done a lot of good things, and I think you get a little bit more practice, because keep in mind, the Rivermen had a little bit of time off throughout the week here and brought these college kids in late, so you get a little bit more time with the team. I think he'll mesh together a little bit better, and he'll do some good things.
Talked to Kuzin in that first intermission. University of Wisconsin River Falls product. He's still finishing up his degree, an alum of that school is Peoria's captain Alec Hageman. And so a face-off at center ice. Both teams with 20 shots on goal. Minute 16 to go in the game, and we start over. The score 2-2. Jake Hamilton at his own blue line. Rivermen win that neutral zone draw. It'll be forced right back to Hamilton after giving it in front for Roanoke. He's sandwiched along the far glass and in center. Played along by Bryce Martin. He flips it in the Rivermen territory. Ostrova there as we tick down to the final minute of regulation, and we may need more. Haas boots it off his skate to stick in center ice. He'll force it ahead deep, running into Matt O'Day, who swiped it away from him. And then back to center, McMartin. Takes a look up at the clock. He's got less than 40 seconds. Played forward for Alec Hageman. Over the right wing, Hageman peeling left, leaving it for McMartin, who took a shot and couldn't get all of it. It'll be held to the point, though, by McMartin. He's got two players on top of him. McMartin still getting possession. And now finally forced back to the neutral zone. 20 seconds left. Rumble brings it across on the right wing line. And then he's forced to the wall. Takes a little bit of a shove. Roanoke is going to ice this puck, though. 9.6 seconds left. 2-2 the score.
Peoria out shooting Roanoke here in the third, 7-3. Real quick update before we get this drop of puck with 9 seconds left. down at the Pensacola Bay Center. Pensacola leads Fayetteville 2-1. That game under 10 minutes left in the second period down there.
Rivermen are tied with Fayetteville in points, but they own the tiebreaker, meaning they're in first. They can actually get points that distance themselves from the marksman, pending the outcome of that game and this one. Armstrong wheels behind the net of Dill. This D-zone draw one for Roanoke, and we are headed to overtime. Well, the Rivermen were a minute 16 away from leaving Sunday empty-handed. They'll at least get a point. Shots 20 apiece. Dill and Levine each with 18 saves. It's Ryan Cousin's third period tally late in a 6-on-5 situation that has brought us here. 14th time the Rivermen are heading to overtime. For Roanoke, it's their 15th. Rail Yard Dawgs 2-6 in the 3-on-3 stanza. Peoria 4-1. They didn't lose a game of 3-on-3 until last weekend against Pensacola. So a chance for the Rivermen to get the broom out this weekend. They got 4 out of 4 against Birmingham. They can really rise to the challenge, and I don't care who you're playing. You get 6 points in a 3-on-3, you're doing something right.
Oh yeah, you get 5 out of 6. That's a good weekend.
5 out of 6 is a great weekend still, too.
Yeah, 6 out of 6. Great weekend. And, you know, it's getting to that point now. Every point is valuable. Whether you get them or you keep somebody else from getting them, those points are valuable.
And that also implies for Roanoke, I know they'd like to get the 2 points. Dan Bremner's team, at the very least, has won. And that is beneficial to them regardless of the result.
Yep.
Hageman, Haas, and Neville are the starting 3 for Peoria. Jeff Jones, Ryan Wagner, and Travis Armstrong for Roanoke. Overtime is underway. 5 minutes, 3-on-3. Rail Yard Dawgs will skate right to left. Rivermen left to right. Behind the net, Armstrong breaks it out. Right side, he finds Wagner. On the left will be Jones coming in, but Wagner's going to peel left anyway, and that'll force Jones the other side. He wants to catch up to it, but Wagner took a shot that missed. Hageman got it. Played it to Neville. Right wing side. Neville looking across in the attacking zone. And this is that seesaw kind of game that 3-on-3 is. It goes one way, it goes the other. Armstrong will slowly creep back behind the net of Henry Dill. New arrangements coming on the ice for Roanoke. It's O'Day with Matt Beer, and Beer brings it across. They say offside. O'Day was falling down on contact made with Jordan Ernst, and Beer couldn't keep it onside. We'll have a stoppage with 4:14 left.
So far here, 46 seconds into this extra session, and these teams are blazing back and forth so far.
No credited shots on goal thus far. We have a pause in this neutral zone face-off. Levine was just trying to quickly figure out a padding issue with his left leg, his left kick pad. Perhaps I think he's just probably trying to retie that lace onto his skate.
Well, hopefully nobody has a roast in the crock pot at home. Wanting to get home to it as Eric Levine taking a little bit of time down there. He gets his equipment repaired, grabs his stick and his gloves, and he's ready to go.
Period 10 of the weekend for the Rivermen. It's 11 for Roanoke. Now we'll get the face-off, and it's one out by O'Day, but going the wrong way with it. Regan Nagy has it on the right wing side. He comes in and goes behind the net, looking for Hutchins on the left wing, and he'll find him. Hutchins now cuts into the trapezoid with the puck. Dill looking behind his net. O'Day intercepted it from Hutchins, who's calling for a new body to come on in place. It's Nieminen, and the Rail Yard Dawgs get some adjustments as well to their on-ice personnel. Sherwood and Stubbs out there with Nate O'Brien. 3:45 to go in overtime. Stubbs streaks down the right wing, takes the shot, and Levine hangs on. 3:40 to go in OT. It's 2-2. Haas, Hageman, and Escroba will be back there for this defensive zone face-off draw. It's coming to the far circle, Levine's glove side. Sherwood staying with Stubbs, and Travis Armstrong back on defense. Sherwood and Haas at the face-off dot. And they'll make him do it again. Haas wins the face-off, back to Escroba. And he returns to the Rivermen center. Connor Haas will begin the right wing stretch ahead. Look for Escroba. It bounced off Escroba, and Haas got it anyway. Left side, big rebound found, but Dill will avoid it. And going the other way is Brant Sherwood. Right wing side, he'll have Armstrong crash the net. Shot from Sherwood denied by Levine. Armstrong never got a piece of it, and Haas will slow things down. 3:10 to go in overtime. Here's Connor Haas walking over the line with Hageman and company. Right wing, Hageman in the circle. The shot saved by the Rail Yard Dawgs logo on Dill's chest. 3:03 left.
That was a heavy shot by Hageman in the right circle there. Get a new trio of Rivermen players out there, and big Cody Dion coming out.
Dion with Hutchins and McMartin. And it's Dion's first overtime shift. I believe the same for McMartin. Behind the net, though, Nate O'Brien. Off that draw win by the Rail Yard Dawgs. Gave it along to Jeff Jones. Backward for O'Brien. He'll come in left side. He's going to get by Dion for the shot. It bounces high. Rebound tracked first by Hutchins, but held along at the left point by Jones. Hutchins was trying to get it out, and on the second try, it did work. Jones' pass connected with Hutchins' stick for the Rivermen and forcing it all the way down the ice. So O'Brien's got to skate for it. 2:25 left in OT as we pass the midway point of 3-on-3. Somebody will get the third goal. It's just a matter of who.
And when.
And that too. O'Brien stutter stepping, and he walked in front of the net, that went right back behind it. And now the handoff to Matt Beer, who falls down, but it gets out over the line. Frazier gets it. Right wing side, Frazier in the attacking end. He'll hover and make a pivot to the right circle, or left circle rather, and Frazier staying with it the whole time. Less than 2 minutes in OT, and now this puck rolls away from Paul Frazier. One team does it, the other matches. Kuzin in center ice. Ryan Kuzin got us to overtime. Can he get the win? Stepping in front, right circle, backhand. Dill has no idea where it is. But it's found by Jones and pushed to center ice. Kuzin again over the line. For McMartin, left circle, a high rising shot will connect with glass and be found at the right point by Ernst. He steps into the deep slot. Ernst has his puck poked away from him by Beer. Minute 15 left in overtime. Jeff Jones is exhausted, as is Beer, so Armstrong's got to wait for help. Ernst's not going to give him the time, but he does find Brad Riccardi at center, and Riccardi comes in right wing corner. Attacking zone, down low. Stubbs is forced down, falling on top of Nick Neville. We've played 4 minutes of 3-on-3, one left. CJ Stubbs on the left wing. Attacking territory. Riccardi gets it and flips one to the front of the net. It was blocked off the skate of Neville. Off comes Stubbs. On comes Wagner. Left side. He takes a shot immediately. Levine makes the save. 40 seconds in overtime. Wagner will carry it back to the neutral ice. Rivermen with 3 shots in OT. Roanoke with 4. Wagner looking to get by McPherson, who strips him of it. Played out to center. Ernst at the end of a shift. He tries to quickly change on. The Eminent gets back out there. Here's Sherwood coming in right side. He toe drag shot. Rebound. Another shot. Another save. First Sherwood, then Wagner. 12 seconds left. Neville will streak up to center ice. Nick Neville with a man on his high horse still brings it in, but they say offside. Hageman crossed the line ahead, and with 6.8 seconds to go, this might be the final face-off before we head to a potential shootout.
Yeah, I think poor Nick Neville was just out of gas. He had lead in his skates as he was coming up the ice. Just couldn't get an advantage on Brantley Sherwood there. As Nick Neville has climbed over the wall, he was just sitting on the wall huffing and puffing.
Hutchins, Kuzin, and Hamilton will take this. Right in front of the Rivermen bench. Hutchins wins the draw. Back to Hamilton. He'll skate in. 3 seconds left. Drop pass. Hutchins. Wrist shot. Dill fights it off to the corner. Will go to a shootout. 65 minutes, not enough to decide a winner here. The skills competition comes up next, and it's the second time this year that the Rivermen and Rail Yard Dawgs have met in the shootout. Only previous time was back on February 20th. Regan Nagy's lone career pro goal was the game winner in that shootout. Levine will finish this with 24 saves on 26 shots. Henry Dill on the other end, 22 saves on 24 Roanoke bids from the Rivermen. Dill with those 22 saves for Roanoke. So it's a 5-round shootout here in the SPHL. Rail Yard Dawgs 4-2 in shootouts. Rivermen an even 4-4. It's been, I was just about to say, one heck of a weekend. It's going to be a theatrical ending.
Yes, it is. And worth note, Eric Levine made 6 saves in that overtime period. A couple great saves there as time was winding down. Both goaltenders getting themselves set up, wiping the sweat from their brows and grabbing fresh beverages. Theoretically speaking, they should switch ends again.
But they won't. So Rivermen shooters will be skating left to right in this shootout. And right to left go the Rail Yard Dawgs, who are up first. It is the rookie Brady Hepner, who finished his senior year at Division III St. John's University. He had 82 points in NCAA hockey. He is round 1 shooter and starts with the puck immediately. Completely in the vertical lane of the ice, forehand, backhand, and he knifes one high and into the safety netting.
He put it in the net, he just didn't put it in the correct one.
Sharky Trudell going to go with the guy that got him the game winner against Roanoke last month. Regan Nagy starts with the puck as well. The right-handed shot brings it to the right wing, then cuts back in front, forehand, backhand, and he didn't get a piece of it, or he didn't get enough of it, I should say. No goal through round 1 for both teams. Jeff Jones has a goal in this game. He has a game-winning goal against the Rivermen this season. The former Peoria player streaking to the puck from back in his end, then quickly puts the brakes on. Similar move to Jordan Ernst. But this shot is denied by Eric Levine. He's got 2 goals on the weekend. Why not put Ryan Kuzin out here? Let's see what the 5'8" speedy rookie can do. Kuzin, like Nagy, also a righty shot. Here he comes, slowly with the puck. Continues to go slow until he's in between the circles, and his 5-hole try is stopped by Dill. CJ Stubbs, 29 points on the season. He had 3 assists to start this weekend on Friday in Quad City. Back from his own blue line, he picks it up and swings left. Stubbs, the 3rd-round shooter, cuts in backhand, and he scores. Stubbs stayed left with it the whole time. I think Levine was expecting him to cut more toward the glove, but he stayed blocker. Jordan Ernst will be the round 3 shooter for the Rivermen. He can tie it. He starts from back in the right circle of his own end. Signature move as he starts with speed and stops. And he does just that. In between the circles, 1 or 2 head fakes, another one. And he couldn't elevate the puck. It's denied on the left leg of Dill. Teams may be getting that scouting report for Ernst's shootout tries. Kyle Wagner can double the Rail Yard Dawgs lead in this shootout. Round 4, 1-0 Roanoke. Wagner cuts right. He's going to the glove side, then shoots blocker, and Levine punches it high in the air. So Zach Nieminen will come on. 4th round brings 44 up. Nieminen has a game-winning goal in a shootout already this season. They came right here in this building against Pensacola. Nemo skates to the puck from his blue line. He'll stay left, tries to settle it a little bit. Now he gets it and he scores. Nieminen looked like he may have been struggling to keep the puck settled, but he stayed with it and got it 5-hole. So we go to a sudden death round 5. Defenseman Nate O'Brien, who's got points in his last 5 games, can force the Rivermen to score. O'Brien picks it up as the center ice dot. Cuts left. Forehand, backhand shot, and Levine stays with it low. Paul Frazier has a chance to win it. Bottom of the 5th. Frazier will take the try. He was a forward most of his life until he turned pro. Paul Frazier with the game winner on his stick. Cuts left, backhand, forehand shot, he missed the net. Frazier stayed speedy the whole time. And now we go to even further overtime as it's round 6 in a shootout. You can repeat shooters beyond round 5. That's what they're doing with Brady Hepner. Hepner gets to the puck, cuts left. Missed his first try, his second try, he goes 5-hole and is stopped. Zach Nieminen, who got a goal, will go again. It'll go as a game winner if he gets it. Nieminen, a righty shot in second-year pro, beat Dill 5-hole. He'll touch the puck. Here he goes in round 6. Nieminen in the slot, shot, 5-hole, he scores, and the Rivermen do it again.
Big win number 50 for Eric Levine. Took him 65-plus minutes to do it, but he got her done.
Zach Nieminen gets another game-winning goal in a shootout. And one heck of a weekend for Nemo and the entire Peoria Rivermen. 6 out of 6 points. They win it 3-2 on back-to-back nights, coming from behind in the 3rd period. This time it took a shootout, but the W belongs to the red and navy blue that greets the fans at Carver Arena Ice.
Zach Nieminen with that game winner sent this place into a frenzy.
We'll go downstairs in just a moment. The home field energy 3 stars are coming up for this 3-2 Rivermen shootout win over the Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs. Let's go to PA announcer Dustin Fitzpatrick.